No, not. Maybe later. Whoop, whoop. We got construction back here at the shop. Someone's getting their Beamer towed away. What up, Mark, Jeff, the Bud? I guess they're tearing up here. Look, they put a new railing here also. I'm not sure why, but you know, the skaters are gonna want to grind that. General Sorrow, what up? What's up, Tina? How you doing? Got major construction going on here. We got the sheriff, parking enforcement. He was handing out tickets. There go the sheriffs right now. East LA's finest. But yeah, I usually park right there, so I won't be doing that. They did put up signs giving us a heads up. Anyway, Friday, opening up shop, gonna turn on some lights in here, get the day going. Hopefully, you know, they've been doing this a couple times last year where they redid the whole sidewalk and everything. And, you know, it does affect business because, you know, parking is hard around here and just kind of sucks. But hopefully doesn't hit us too hard. We'll see. It's the weekend. Should be good. Shop's pretty clean. Bro had a meeting in here last night. It looks like they left the place pretty, not too bad. What's up, Smoochie? How's everyone doing? What's up, John? Bom dia, como vai? Tudo bem? Yeah, man. So, let's see. Today will probably be, since all this is going on, maybe this will give me a little time to upload some more videos. I don't know why the TV, but by default, when you turn it on, it goes to Baywatch. Anyway, so just wanted to show what the hell is going on here this morning. Someone got their Beamer towed away, so that sucks. And I think they were handing out tickets also, because I seen a few of the business neighbors over there were talking to the sheriff. So they were probably trying to weasel their way out of a ticket or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure people are pissed out there. I'm not. Feels like a good day. Is Blazer in here? What's up, Blazer? It was cool hanging out last night with Midwest Night Watchers. Anything exciting going on today? Anyone else? Any links to share? Anything we should be checking out this morning? I know it's afternoon for some of you. Is Gustavo in here? What's up, Gustavo? Buenos dias. Here, look, is that Pamela? He needs help. All right, let's get this day started. I think the sheriff took off, so I could go take a toke outside. So yeah, I'll probably put together a video for today and this weekend for sure. Stay tuned from our trip. And I want to do a live and kind of talk about the trip. I should probably do that now while I'm on here. So let's go for it. Let's close this up. Got some new stickers on here. Stopped at the grow shop the other day. And it's straight down the way, actually. And it's funny because as you make your way down Olympic, you could smell where people are harvesting or when the stuff is ready. You can smell it on the streets. And actually, by the house also, on my way home, there's a few warehouses over there that are growing, and they're like dispensaries also. So they're dispensary with the grow on site, I guess it is, or some of them have the facility next door or something like that. And yeah, you could smell the stuff when it's ready. Kind of reminds me of up north during harvest. Is Diesel in here? What up, D? You guys, like I always say, check out Diesel. Diesel's always out in the woods, always, you know, what do you call it? Investigating, poking around. And he finds a lot of interesting stuff as far as structures and weird anomalies too. So I would check it out if you're into that stuff. Bigfoot and beyond. What's up, Dina P? Damn, everyone's in the house. That's what's up. All right, let's turn on some lights up in this. Yeah, so the trip was good. I think it was 9 days that we did up there. I did. Several people were there already when I got there, and then there, you know, people were coming in throughout the days and stuff like that. And it was quite a few of us. I want to say maybe 10 people, maybe more. I know it seems like a lot, but it did seem like quite a few people. But at the same time, I just heard of another group that did like 40 in Colorado or something. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of freaking people. You know, usually I'm out alone, but on certain, you know, people call them whatever, expeditions or campouts or whatever you want to call this stuff, Bigfooting. Yeah, we don't get too crowded, which is a good thing, but you know, it makes people wonder sometimes about the activity, whether there's a lot of people. Sometimes you get some of the best activity when you're alone. So anyway, so yeah, it was a good 9 days. It was pretty quiet for the most part, although I keep mentioning Damon. And Damon, you could check him out, you know, over on, he's been on a few episodes on Small Town Monsters, and I think it was on their Alaska trip. They did a trip. They've done, I think, a couple trips up to Alaska. And Damon was on a couple of those. Who else went that I've been out with? It'll come to me. But anyway, they went up and did the Alaska thing. And so Damon's found some pretty good stuff out in the field, and actually in the Bluff Creek area, he recently found some hairs that he sent in for analysis with someone, and the results were that it was like some weird stuff, you know, not your normal bear hair. I'm trying to plug this in here. There we go. Got a little light. It wasn't bear hair. It wasn't like straight up human. It was just different. It had some anomalies in it that just led us to believe that it might be what we're looking for. You know, they can't prove the DNA with the hair and all that, you know, or they just can't prove DNA of them right now, right? Because of the male-female situation, the mitochondrial and all that techie science stuff I'm not too big on, but, you know, I try to follow it. And, yeah, so anyway, he found some stuff up there. So a lot of people think that area has been squashed out, like that the Bigfoots aren't around there anymore, and especially due to the recent fires, because last year there was a fire in that area. And even this year we had fires there. And so you would think that a lot of the wildlife and the Sasquatches would be gone, but interesting thing is that I normally see bear up in that area, and this time I didn't see. There's a bunch of bear scat all over the place, so I know they're around. And but what I noticed this time is I seen a bunch of deer and fawn, which is a thing I normally don't see up there. I know they're up there, but I've never really seen many deer, which is a weird thing, because out here in the city I could go to like Griffith Park and there'll be deer right there, you know, just deer, all types of wildlife around here in the city. But there, the bear is the main thing that I run into. Um, and so we've seen sign of bear, sign of elk. I've seen deer and fawns several times, and it's the most I've ever seen this time. So there's wildlife there, and even though the area has been burnt recently, and like I mentioned, while we were out there, there was an actual fire going on as well. It was called the Hill Fire, which is, I think it was a little bit south of Willow Creek. And the cool thing is, one of the guys, Kip, salute, that's my brother from another mother right there. We share a same name. Kip worked for fire a long time, and I don't know what exact. I don't know if it was exactly like Cal Fire or what units or divisions he was in, but he's shit, knows his shit about fires. And actually, his wife recently, they shared a book that she recently wrote about wildfires and eco fires and stuff. And I want to get the name of that because I want to purchase the book for myself. And I think it'd be something educational and something cool for some of you outdoors people. And maybe if you're not into the outdoors, but just into fires, it would be a good book to pick up. And so Kip and Rowdy Kelly, who's a local, Humboldt County local, and just knows the county, knows the areas and the surrounding counties and stuff. And we got real technical with the maps too, because Roger Leiterman, who's the ex Humboldt County forest ranger, and some of these guys are part of the Bluff Creek project. And yeah, so like Robert's really good with maps, and Rowdy just knows a lot of local stuff. They all know like real good stuff. Kip just been throughout the state and many other states fighting fires, and so there's just a lot of knowledge right there with that group. And so we're staying up to date with the fires and all that. Yeah, we even seen little fish in the creek, which I know they're in there, but these guys were like jumping out and catching moths, and so it was real active. And so as far as wildlife, but as far as Bigfoot, when I first got there, first night, Damon left his recorder. He was leaving his recorder out. He was already there for a few days, set up, had his motorhome and everything, huge, like it's a huge thing. Nice setup, and he's the tech guy. You know, he's got the FLIR, a drone with thermal on it, and he's a great pilot. And so, you know, he's geared up, ready for this stuff. And yeah, he was catching. The night I was there, I set up my audio recorder also. And the next morning, he was like, "Hey, check this out." He got some wood knocks, really loud, and right near our where we were camping, and some weird audios, almost like a I'm serious. And I was just like, holy crap. And I kicked myself because I had my audio recorder and going. So in the morning, I was like, you know, nothing really woke me up. I didn't notice anything, and this was a mistake. So I was like, all right, let me just delete last night's audio recording. I would have had that too if I didn't delete it. So whatever, you know, shit like that happens. But anyway, who else is in here? Candy Wolf. Cool. And so everyone has their own styles of doing stuff. Like I talk about, like I like Diesel's style of Bigfooting. You know, he does a lot of the stick structures. And it's crazy because some of these guys are totally not. There's people dissing stick structures and shit. So everyone talks their shit about how they do stuff and in a nice way. You know, whatever. We critique and criticize each other. I do myself too. But anyway, let's change this Baywatch shit. Where is the control? Anyway, it'll pop up somewhere. And I feel like I drank yerba mate already. I had a couple yesterday and I was flying all over the place. So what else? So that was interesting. That was the first night we got there. And so the second night, you know, we went around, poked around during the day and a little around camp at night and stuff. And as more people trickled in, we started doing a lot more night stuff. Pretty much every night we're going out to about 2, 3 in the morning, hitting different areas. This trip, I got to hit a lot of areas that I've never hit before, and so you'll get to see different areas from what I'll call the general Bluff Creek area. You know, the Patterson Gimlin Bigfoot site. And there's a bunch of little areas with history around there too. Places we've touched on before, and like I said, new places also. So that was really cool. And there's a lot more to explore around there. It's just so vast, and you know, time, money, gas, all that plays a factor. So we did the most we could, and yeah. So the guys wanted to do a particular hike in a particular area. There's a particular road that I guess might have some history. I wasn't too in on the details. I just knew that we're doing this overnight hike in this area, and there was going to be some documentation going on, documenting and whatnot. You know, we didn't find much. You know, I didn't really see much in that area. It was just perfect Bigfoot country, but you know, it wasn't like, oh, trees were crashing and they were behind us, and it wasn't like that at all. It was just a nice, good hike, some good, healthy exercise, and just got to see, like I say, a whole other part of California, some hills I've never been on before. So it was just rad, and it's perfect. You know, if you could spend some more time there, because like we only did one night overnight, and some of these areas are kind of. And I wouldn't say kind of, some of them are sacred areas to some of the local indigenous tribes. You know, you have the Karuk, the Hoopa, and what else? There's another one that always slips my mind. Yurok. Yeah, the Yurok. And hopefully you can hear me all right with all that pounding back there. And so, yeah, it was really nice to check some of those areas and to see where they do some of their thing, and see areas that you have heard about and are in a lot of these stories from up that way. And so, yeah, it was good to touch base. Some of the people that came through just came through for the Willow Creek, because there's a festival that goes on every year in the town of Willow Creek, and it's called Bigfoot Days. And it's really cool. A lot of locals come out, local businesses, and just people that are into Bigfoot from other areas, other states as well, make the trip out. And it's kind of like it's a pretty big festival, but you know, it's a small town, so you know, it's not huge, but it's a good time. And it was just usually hot in Willow Creek around that time in summer, because it's inland from the coast. And I stopped by, was able to stop by, say what's up to some friends that I hadn't seen in a while. Seen some people that were there that we were supposed to meet later up at the Bluff Creek site. So they were doing their thing. They had their booths going and all that, and I just made a few little laps around the festival and took off just because it was so hot. I had food and everything in my truck, and I didn't want that stuff, ice and everything, and I want that stuff to spoil. So I just took off after. But yeah, so that happened. And then what else? Yeah, so some of the investigations, you know, we did a lot of, my FLIR took a dump, so I got to get I believe it's a battery replacement for my FLIR, the Thermal Scout SK, I think it's SK, is it? Something like that. Anyway, so the FLIR doesn't make it easy to replace the battery. And there's a little soldering you have to do, and I don't know, it's a little complicated. And I did find a YouTube video on it, and so hopefully I'm gonna be getting some help soon to get that. I gotta place an order for the battery also, get that replaced, and then also hopefully step up and get a new thermal here soon. Gonna definitely have to save some money for that. And the thermals come in so handy, especially because we like to do our night investigations in the dark. You know, sometimes we'll use a little bit of light if we need it, but other than that, we're in complete pitch dark in those areas. And I know it's probably scary for some, and it is at times, but I think it's some of the best way. One of the best techniques, I think, is just either sitting there or walking around in the dark and checking to see what happens. And so we did some of that as well. And there's some nights that I want to say, yeah, nothing really happened, but it was cool to like I said, to get into these little areas, walk these roads that I never really walked, and checked out some ridges that I've never been on, and but yeah, there was one particular night, and I want to say it was almost towards the one of the nights that we were. I think it was the night before we were leaving. We all kind of hooked up again because Jonathan, Alex, and I were off doing kind of our own thing also, and then every once in a while we'd hook up with everyone else. And but there was one particular night, the night before we left, things just seemed to really come alive at night, and yeah, some strange sounds started getting like knocking sounds, and those guys started, hearing some possible vocalizations. I was hearing all types of different stuff, different things are going on, and for certain reasons. But anyway, it was just a real interesting night, and it just felt like everything came alive. And check this out. We're gonna trying to do this shit one-handed. So I just feel like that night they were really they were there. So I'm really excited to see what Jonathan and Alex's audio picked up, and they'll be, I guess, putting out something in the future from this journey. And there's a lot of interviews that also they did that are going to be real interesting. Bobo made an appearance also, which was awesome. It was good to see him, and just the way he came into camp, it was classic. So yeah, man, it was just a really good time. And so yeah, like I said, I'll put together more of that stuff. But like I'm really excited to see what they put together, because their style of their documentaries is on another level. Mine is like C-roll stuff, B-roll, and they I don't know, they just really, they got the cameras, they got the sources, and yeah, it was really good to be out with them. So yeah, that night it was just really active, I feel. And I feel they were around us, so they're still there. Yeah, thanks, Diesel. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get some more art from you too here soon. Diesel is an artist, and he does sell his art, so check him out. It's dieselart.com, if I'm not mistaken. If not, throw your link up there. D, what's up? Warnock's in the building? Yeah. Warnock came to visit a few months ago. It was nice to see him. And sorry, I'm not reading chat. But anyway, I feel like I've been blabbing. What else? Oh, man, just the creek there was super clean. It was nice to take dips. The weather worked out for us as well. Just really good times. There's just a lot more details I could get into, but I'll just let the videos do more of that explaining. Yeah, nah, man, I appreciate you sharing what you do, Diesel, and your queen as well. It's cool because Diesel goes out with his partner, his lady, and they got, their little team, and it's really cool to see that, because there's a lot of couples out there that don't see eye to eye in all this, and it makes it difficult for people to do this type of stuff. But you guys get out there, you do your thing, and I love watching. And yeah, you guys, I'm gonna cut it here. We're at like 25 minutes. Yeah, let's go fire one up. Wishing you guys a good rest of the weekend. Stay safe, stay in touch. If there's any videos or pictures that you'd like to share of your own, or stuff that you find out there, shoot it over. Drop. I think you could leave links in the messages and stuff like that. I haven't been on the Discord app too much. I've been offloading and loading my apps here and there, just to kind of work with the data space that I have to be able to upload videos and all that. And yeah, let's have a fun weekend here. You guys stay safe. One love. We out.